Hey there, fellow ranchers. Rhadamant here. Thank you for tuning in to RimWorld, The Darkest Ages. Episode 27. Barns and Stables is the next endeavor. So I think both of the porcupines happen to be female. That's not particularly useful for having a lot of porcupines, but I'll keep checking in whether there's more, when there's more porcupines to tame, and hopefully we get a breeding pair sooner or later. So the new animal zone that I'm going to paint is going to be out of the paddock. So they're going to be allowed to wander up here, closer to where the entities are. And I don't think I'm going to build an enclosure for them just yet. I'm going to focus on the horses, which is funny because I don't have horses yet, but the hope is to get them. The reason is anytime we have to sally out and go attack, and sieges and whatnot, being able to ride around on horses is going to be like infinitely useful. So, getting horses is a must. Hey, Big Brody. Thank you for the resub, man. And welcome. Inspired taming for Lilin. Lilin, you have an animals of 6. What does that even allow you to tame? Animal of 10. Does that give you a bison? It does give you a bison. What about a timber wolf? 9. Nope. Wolverine? 10. Yeah, alright. Go tame a bison, I guess. And then we'll slaughter it. I know they're caravan animals, but I don't think you can ride them. Right? Carry capacity, yes, but not... It's not, yeah, they're not a riding animal. Okay. Because I'm really only interested in... I know I've been hunting horses here, but once we have the ranch up, we'll go out of our way to start taming horses so that we have... oh, joy. So we have horses. I did say that I would open up to guests... once we cleared the threats, and I didn't lie, but I do think before we offer them an area here, oh god, that's a lot of granite. We're gonna need a means to keep them warm. So I'm not going to allow them in just yet until I have, big hearths, because we just got a cold snap. Also, cold snap. Please harvest that, because I was kind of relying on that for the barn. So if you're awake and you know it, please cut hay. I'm having everyone do it, because it's gonna die pretty damn fast. Come on, guys. Up. Up and at them. Okay, so we didn't get a full loss. We did get 500. That's not a terrible yield given the cold snap. Fair enough. Back to high priority hulling. So we need high priority hulling of the wood even more than before because, of course, it is going to get frigid up in here. And it looks like most of the wood that needs to be cut or needs to be hauled got hauled. I don't see a whole lot left of it, so I'm gonna allow for the cutting down of new trees. All right, cremate. I'm gonna copy all the bills here and paste them here, but not link them. So cremate corpses covers basically the whole bridge. Yeah. Okay. So there's our new crematorium. Done. Get rid of that. So now we're going to build a stables and horse or mount paddy. Flyfrost, thank you for the gifted sub. Up to Sakura. Oh, and yep, there's the bison. And now the slaughter. Whole reason is you just get more yield when you slaughter over hunt. So the only dangerous things out here is the Timberwolf. It's actually pretty close to where we just took the bison down. I might want to clear the Timberwolf because it's kind of a dangerous thing to leave out there, but at the moment it's like of low concern. Congrats on the raffle, by the way. I am surprised that the archers are not wearing parkas. I thought I have parkas. They just aren't. It's not, I guess, cold enough because it's still September. It's not winter. It's not true winter. So they don't require parkas yet. Cultists trying to cause abductions. There doesn't seem to be tons of them, like, numerically. So, let's try to stop them from their cult-like behavior. You can see the last cultist that we messed with out here. And some of the cultists are deciding to chase us down, so I'm going to rendezvous with the rest of the group before fighting. Are we missing anyone? Is Major here? No, he is not. Come on, guys. We're supposed to intercept. Ginger's already the fussiest one in the colony. No friendly fire this time. Okay. The initial group are downed. They're still trying to skip rip me. Lilin, you tend to Roy real quick. Everyone else go on the aggression. Major's coming up here. He should rejoin us as well. These guys are from Nightmare Deep. They'll never be allied. They hostile. They're, you know, they're not a formal faction. They're like cultists, but yeah, we're never going to be friends with them. Okay, Roy is patched. And we're going on the attack. Hey, Darkwind, thank you for the resub too. Alright, we're all here now. Two hours until they skip rip. And there's not too many of them left. Luckily, these like skip abductions, they go with the like divide and conquer approach, where like some summon and some fight, and splitting their forces definitely plays to my advantage. Although we are getting shot, but those injuries are not close to fatal yet. Right, let's post up behind the chunks and trees and have our brawlers approach. Some are self-resurrecting, death refusals, that's fine. So, you're gonna death refuse. You're gonna death refuse. Okay, they're basically all death refusing. Fine, looks like you're just bruised. I think we're done. Oh, we lost a kidney. That sucks. So, we don't harvest organs. Maybe we get God's blessing and it like heals sometime in the future, but let's hope that that is what happens, because I don't have another way to cure it. All right, Major, you're not a very good doctor yet, but like I'm gonna have you practice so you get more skilled. And everyone that is not wounded can go home. So as far as permanent injuries go, I think it was just the kidney. Right kidney. Purple destroyed it. Wherever purple is. I think purple was this one? Yep. Damn you, purple. I'm actually not far from the Timberwolf, but we're all injured, so I don't think I'm gonna go Timberwolf hunting at the moment. Why did you just eat? Oh, because we're allowing it. All right, everyone's gonna be assigned to meals. I don't know how I missed that. And Lillian, you're gonna need to go to the hospital because you ain't doing so great. Animals, you are unrestricted. Okay. Lillian, that is not the hospital. Close, but, well, actually, not close. Medical treatment is just Klein? Okay. Now, I'm hoping that Ginger doesn't, you know, go super crazy as a result of the mood she's in. Although her mood is climbing, but like not much. She's about to get a bunch of sleep disruption. Well, we'll see. She ends up blowing a gasket. There's not much I could do about that now. I guess I'll wake her up and have her consume ambrosia. That's about all I can do. She does need medical tending, though. Yeah, I mean, even with the ambrosia warmth, she's not she's not happy. And she happens to be our chaplain, so it's not like I can have someone cheer her up easily. So I need to amass a fair bit of quarried stone. I also need to deal with our shortage of wood. I'm gonna get rid of the high priority hauling for now because we do have 700 wood. It got a lot better. I don't think there's much wood out here to even cut anymore. And build the hearth, which is going to allow us to accept guests, and then also build the rest of the ranch. Okay, her mood's recovering. Just double checking for permanent injuries. I think that was the only one, but that's a nasty one. There wasn't much I could have done to avoid that. It's just get shot in the wrong place, you die, or you lose an organ. I think what I'll do in this case... Oh, we're already done with the hay down here. I was going to say prioritize the chem drench over the paddock. But we already did the paddock, so never mind. The two campfires are mostly keeping the, like, bitter cold at bay. And the trap bridge is reset. All doors are open. So that's all set for new visitors. I think what I'll do is I'm going to prioritize building the hearth so that we can get visitors and guests sooner, and also a hearth for ourselves. And then once we have the hearth, I'll go back to the ranch, because the sooner the guests visit us, the better it will be, because we have the capacity to potentially recruit them, or at the very least for Ginger, like, make friends with someone and not go on some sort of, like, berserk. We'll name the pen marker the stables. And these fires don't refuel. We'll just let them burn all the way down. Oh, they're gone in like 2 hours. Never mind, refuel them. Unfortunately, the fire up here burned out. We didn't refuel those in time, and all of the meat that had been curing got ruined. Just a lack of hauling. Oh well. Roof up the paths. So the reason I haven't done that is it would block the light from the sun, so we'd be in darkness. And moving slow doesn't come with a mood modifier, a negative one, but being in darkness does. So a roofed up path that is unilluminated is more upsetting, albeit slower, than an unroofed one. So if I have to pick between their moods and their movement speed, I'm going to go with moods for now. Just because mental breaks are so much more dangerous on this scenario. Because mental breaks means you, like, wander outside of the castle and potentially die very quickly and very painfully. We've had some close calls with that, so that's why I've made the decision that we cater to moods as much as we can. Animal starvation. I don't like the sounds of that. You animals are going to be allowed to... Where is my hay? You can eat there. I'll have to set up a specific stockpile for them. I know there's some pemmican on that stack, but, like, whatever. They're not starving anymore. Okay, we have one hearth, and we want to build up the stone for the other one. And then I can drop the other hearth here. And then we'll be good to go for guests. Now that we have the hearth in here, let's open it up to guests. So map settings. The allowed area is going to be inside. When they're here, we don't want them wandering out. For shopping, I'm going to say no shopping. We'll try to entertain. We'll try to create friendships. We'll allow new guests. They can take food for free, and they will ask if it's safe to come, because it's often not. We have 9 beds, and hopefully this facility was worth building. Okay, it's 25 days of fuel. 24 days of fuel. If I stop feeding them now, they'll run out of fuel in the spring, and then I won't have to, like, destroy them anymore. Which would be excellent, because I'm kind of tired of, like, constantly destroying the hearths, because there's no way to, like, put the fires out, which seems like a major oversight to me. The porcupines obviously do not want to be outside anymore. They're just like, yeah, we'll huddle inside, because it's better. Their temperature allowances don't care about this level of cold snap, so this cold snap is not affecting them. I just think they want to be near the food. Fair. I mean, you know, me too. Cold snap's already over. And now the guest lodging is like a sweat lodge. The UI from chem fuel storage would be way cool to limit the fueling. Yeah. Yeah. Because in real life, like, you can take fuel out of a fire and extinguish it. Or you can extinguish a fire. You can just, like, kick sand on it. It's not hard to put a fire out. But, like, in RimWorld, fires can't be put out unless you destroy the container that they're... I mean, it's just... It's underdeveloped, to say the least. And I know there's mods that do it. I just don't... I tend not to just, like, add mod because I'm minorly inconvenienced. Because that's how you get a mod list that's, like, 400 mods long. And then you end up with a TPS of 0 and you crash constantly. Man, the guests really are flooding in, aren't they? Build a whole facility, grand opening, no one shows. Yep, just RimWorld things. A meeting with the stone stalwarts? Nah. If I had a horse, I'd consider it, but I don't have a horse to go meet with them. So the other thing the long stables lacks is oh, more ambrosia. It lacks another Tyrol. Bedding for the horses, but I'm not going to bother building that until we actually have them, because there's no point in, like, raising our wealth for no animals that we actually have. The Pawns are doing a really bad job of actually hauling the wood. I'm seeing them, like, take stacks of, like, 13. It's like, come on, man. It's a simple task. Pick up. Yeah. Oh, there it is. Let me just haul 25. My goodness. Quick question of you guys. Should I also build a porcupine nesting area? Barn? With this project, or not bother? I'll leave it up to you. It wouldn't be hard to do, obviously. It's not got to be all that complicated, but I don't want to add to my priority queue unless you confirm that that is something that you'd like to see. So historically, I haven't really been doing this, which is to add the ambrosia to growing zones. Mostly because without refrigeration, ambrosia typically is not super useful, because, like, it rots before you eat it all. But I'll add it to the zone anyway, especially if we have guests coming in. I guess more likely to come if you have a higher relationship with other factions. Not as far as I know. Uh-oh, we have shamblers. As far as I know, they, like, show up on their own accord as long as you're in a hustle with everyone. So, we have a lot of wood, I just realized. Let's stop cutting, and I'll do a high priority haul in a minute. Actually, I'll do the high priority haul now. And I'll have these people out in the woods. Hall, and then I'm getting a Shambler Defense Force together for the others. One of the other advantages of building a barn here is I should be able to get rid of these granite columns because the wall of the barn will hold up the overhead mountain, so I won't have need for the columns. Technically, this is a entity fight, so I'll put on the red lights. Guests can have free porcupine rides on their third visit. That sounds like torture, but sure. We'll go with sure. A castaway and a lore keeper. And you guys want the mini porcupine barn. Cool. All wood. All wood. All shard. That was not much of a threat. Don't eat there. It's only slightly impressive. Whatever. And then we do have the Justicars coming in. So Ginger, can you just like tell them to leave? There's really nothing I have to sell to them. I could buy grapes, but they're just gonna rot. Oh, you know, I could sell my wine. Yeah. Hey, wine dealer, buy my wine. Bye. Because I already have a source of alcohol. I don't really need multiple. I mean, I could benefit. I think there's like the mood benefits of alcohol and mead and beer are separate. So technically you could drink all three, but they would just get you a lot more drunk. But I think that they have their own individual addiction risks. I'm not 100% sure about that, but I assume that that's how it works, meaning that at some point, if we have time, I could even consider, you know, building a winery and whatnot. As far as the porcupines go, where should I build their, like, lodging? So this is option number 1. This is option number 2. Option number 2 does have me move some of my water infrastructure, but because they don't require a lot of space, I could just build it in here, moving this wind pump. Option number 2, put them in line with the other entities, so it'd have like their nesting box, which leads out to like a grazing area, and then like the other entity, you know, capture areas to the south. So where to build the other barn? 1 or 2? So 1 being here, 2 being up there. We do have multiple Tyrells out here, and some other unsavory animals. I might do a group hunt tomorrow, especially if we are open to guests. It makes sense for our Knights of the Dread Forest to clear the immediate and imminent threats. So I'll draft up a group for that. Holy hell. Alright, let's change the cremation zoning. I mean, how is that even allowed? Is this allowed? Cremate it falls out of the range. I'll reduce it to 75. And I'll copy it and paste it up top. Copy all bills. Paste all bills. I caught them doing something stupid. I think it was because I had a range of 100, it like bugged out and went bigger. I'm not really even sure, but whatever, I just don't want them doing that. Alright, wood looks pretty good. I did say I was going to group up hunters, so I'm going to group up 4 hunters to fight that Thrall down there. Actually, Major, you join too. 5 hunters. Ginger, I'm going to move you over there because you're like always in a bad mood, so you're going to be left out of the hunting parties because the hunting parties require grit. And you are sour, you know, not spicy like Ginger. That's a Thrall. There's another one up there. The Timberwolf is way over there. That's not close. And the Red Fox is down here. Let's get the Red Fox. I don't think the Red Fox is going to pose much of a threat to us, but, like, let's take no chances. Ooh, it had killed a porcupine. And we wanted a breeding pair, so all the more reason to get rid of the predators, because they could be killing off animals that we want to tame. Can I see gender here? No? I guess it wouldn't matter. They're dead anyway, but... Okay, going for the other Thrall. And the barn is at about half finished or so. Ducks join. Oh, I had... Oh, so many of them are drakes, though. They're, almost all drakes. I had considered egg layers, but I wasn't really ready to pull the trigger on that. Question for you guys. Obviously, you want the porcupine barn to be here. Should I include ducks with the porks? And that would physically change the layout. So originally what I was planning is just like doing an allowable zone. So having like a little room for the porcupines to like live and breed, and then just zoning an area for them to graze because they don't require fences. Apparently they're smart enough to know where they're allowed. But if I include ducks, that does mean I'm going to need fencing if I shove them in the same. The other thing is, at least for now, we're going to need to put the animals, if we do want the animals, inside our base. Because ducks are wander away. They're not zonable. All right, there goes the Thrall. And then I probably just want to get the Timberwolf. I could keep the ducks with the horses, true. Actually, here, how about this? There. It's now an option. I don't know why I didn't just include that as an option to begin with. There's a cougar down in the southeast. Copy that. Cheers. Now, where's this Timberwolf? You're literally under my nose. Wait, where is it? Oh, it's okay. I'm gonna give my hunters a break because they're all a bit stressed, having been deployed for a long time. And then we'll get back to clearing out the cougar. And you guys want to include them in the horses? Copy that. So animals allowed here will be, for now, just ducks. The other thing is, a lot of the ducks, there was only 2 females. So we're probably going to want them to breed and to keep the females or something. So this is unenclosed because of an open door. The open door is up here. I I'm going to put a fence gate there as a stopgap measure so that we can actually round up the ducks before the barn's fully done. So now, technically, this is a proper zone, and we can start handling. Oops, I did not mean to do that. So animal handling going up for everyone that is capable. And we'll round them all up. I am going to make the executive decision of not giving them names. I know it's a little weird because, like, I had decided that the porcupines would have names, but there might be so many ducks I don't want names for them. And I'll have to also build an egg layer box in there eventually as well. But there we go. They're getting hauled in. And that's mostly just because I foresee a situation where we end up just, like, killing a whole bunch of ducks, especially the drakes, because we are only going to need, like, 1 or 2 of them. And if I'm going to keep 1 or 2 of them, I might as well keep the youngest ones. Because they are... not all of them are that old. But there's only 2 females here. Yeah, porcupines are anti-warriors. Ducks are just like egg layers. That's a fair point. Why I'm making the distinction between those that get names and those that don't. Set up an auto slaughter for the ducks? Not yet. I'm going to manually do it. I'll probably end up, like, permanently manually doing it, where I can keep the drake. Yeah, I have an idea. What I'll do is I'll have the female ducks stay with the horses, and the male ducks move in with the porcupines once I have enough female egg layers that yeah, and that'll be fun. Okay, we've done enough high priority hulling, so we're going to go back to quarrying, building, research, etc. Oh, we have a grizzly now, too. I did want to get that cougar, though, because, you know, Scorpio did die to cougars, and we hold a bit of a grudge. So time to cougar hunt. Wait, is no one grabbing the cougar? Guys. It's too bad I don't have, like, a pond for them. I mean, I have a pond, but it's outside the walls. You know, I'll put pillars back down. I just want to, like, align them with the door. I don't know. I'm just doing what I want to do. They're almost all fenced in already. Well, if we have guests, we have, like 300 psychite tea or something. 281. Yeah, we could offer a lot of stuff to a lot of people. We just don't have guests. Wow, look at that steel halberd. The weapon's like, I don't fit in the box. Can't constrain me. Ridiculous. I love it. Thank you for tuning in to RimWorld The Darkest Ages, which originally streamed live on Twitch. If you have any feedback or questions for me, let me know in the comments below. If you'd like to catch a live stream of mine, Rhadamant.com has my stream schedule and countdown timers to upcoming streams. If you'd like to join my online gaming community on Discord, Rhadamant.com has a link to it, as does the description of this video. Thank you so very much for watching. Special thank you to my Twitch subscribers, Patreon patrons, and viewers like you that support the channel and made it all the way to the credits. Thank you so very much. I hope to catch you next episode or an upcoming stream. Farewell, my fellow knights.